Malarndirri, we had in our three biggest cities, in Brisbane and Melbourne and Sydney, 60,000 people, so a lot of support. But you've got our medicos saying this could promote a second wave of the disease that we have spent months trying to prevent. What do you think?
Well, Nat, if I could just pick up on your first question there about irresponsibility, can I just say that what's irresponsible here is that for nearly 30 years we've had over 430 deaths in custody and there's been no convictions, no arrests, no steps forward. And so let's remember that in each state and territory with these rallies, those organisers did their best to work with the governments and with police and did their best on the day to make sure, even in Queensland, for example, where police liaison officers were handing out masks and hand sanitisers, we know there is a deep cry in this country for the grief that people feel with the loss of loved ones, and there is systemic racism in this country that needs to be dealt with. And clearly, concerns about COVID are very real, but let's not forget we've lost more people in the last 30 years in deaths in custody than we have in our current situation.
Yeah, since 1991, I think it's 434 deaths, isn't it? That's since the Royal Commission. So do you feel that since the George Floyd protests have really swept the world, you are thinking now is our chance to make people listen?
Well, let's have a look around the world, Nat. With any change, it's always difficult, and crises usually brings change, whether we like it or not. And what's happening in our country began firstly, I think, with the drought. There was changes there. Then we had the bushfires, the challenges there. Now we've got COVID-19. So there's natural unrest and a desire for change. And what First Nations people are asking is for voices to be heard at the table in every area. We've seen the Prime Minister pull together a national cabinet and say, hey, let's deal together with COVID-19. Well, my challenge to the Prime Minister is pull together a national cabinet to deal with black deaths in custody and the high rates of incarceration, because we can do it. Our country can be a better part of itself, and let's be the better part of ourselves by making sure we can handle this really well.